engineering is a field where discovery and innovations are the driving engine. Adding the drop tower as a facility to the college is one of many important steps that we take to raise the culture of discovery and innovation in the college.
There are large drop towers operating at NASA, one large one at NASA, one large one in Germany, a large one in China and Japan. This is a different, those are all like 5 seconds. They're all as 500 feet or higher, or around that value. This size, about 100 feet or so, there's only a few. First time you see it, you won't be able to really understand what has happened, but maybe by the third time you'll have a clue. But what actually is happening is, as the thing falls, inside the experiment is inside and it's freely floating. So there's aerodynamic drag is working on this outer shell, the thing that looks like a beer can, and it falls like this, and there's relative motion between the two. Microgravity is experienced by the thing falling inside, not the outside one, which takes a aerodynamic drag. Know what I mean? Why? Okay, we do this to learn about how things behave when gravity's gone. When it's free falling, it's in a state of relative weightlessness, and so it'll act like your stomach on a roller coaster ride, or like an astronaut on the space station, or whatever. And you can look at how fuels behave, how combustion processes take place, how materials solidify and transport things. It's different when gravity's not there. And if you don't get it right you can't get it right, and you're building a satellite, it's not going to work, and that's a disaster for us. So that's why we're in business. One of the reasons to do this is to support our space experiments. We've had experiments on the space station for most of the last 5 years. They've logged billions of miles and stuff. In fact, we have a run going on Friday. And we actually conduct these experiments in our office. We have a video coming right into the office, right to the space station, with students in there and postdocs and stuff actually conducting those experiments. So we're plugged right into NASA for those. These drops also support the design of those experiments. We know that they'll be going on for at least another 2 years or so. The project, how it got started, was Morgan Pope is here, Bill Ryersgard is here. Just some people thought they would like to get behind this idea, and when they got into it, others did too. And then local industry got into it and made something special happen. It got pretty exciting. There was a beam put in the building when it was being designed, but the local professionals that brought their talents to it was no problem for them to help us with the control system, to help us with the structural analysis and all that stuff, so we could focus on what the experiment was going to be all about. It has several really unique things about it. First of all, it's totally open. Most of them are in sealed towers or elevator shafts or mine shafts somewhere. Other unique things here, we use a magnetic deceleration system. That was identified by a senior capstone team a couple years ago as a good way to do it. And so it's silent, so you won't be disturbed when this thing comes through deceleration. That's what I thought. When I saw him, I just wanted to go. It's novel in that only one person is required to operate it, and it's a completely automated system. Just to let you know, we have all kinds of safety things here that are there. So believe me, it's safe. So, on every floor, there's a camera system on just above the elevator, and so it lets us know on every floor who's around it. If there's motion, it sends it has sensors in the imaging that tells us when not to drop and things like that. So if you've got your tongue inside the cage, we can actually talk to each floor and say, get your tongue out of the cage, and that kind of thing. And there's also safeties on the latches, and so the whole thing is automated and instrumented. There's cameras inside as well to let us know what's going down. Ours is right next to the stairs, and we were practicing with it yesterday, and someone was was doing their phone or something, walking on it, didn't even know that it flew by. So we're going to be dropping something like a Harley Davidson. It'll be going about 50 miles per hour, and you tell me if it bothers you or not. I don't know. But this will be going on during school, okay, and nights and mornings, I'm sure. And we have 1,000 ideas. I keep saying that, but I'm not lying. It's true. We have 1,000 ideas for this thing. We have a graduate class, and we have flown students back to NASA on several occasions and conducted about 200 drop tower tests there. It incorporates all other kinds of things, from outreach to supporting our own research, undergraduate and graduate level, and all that kind of stuff, as well as potentially outside users wanting to pay for using this thing. The whole story is on the website, ddt.pdx.edu.
Oh, snap.